The year was 476 AD. The Western Roman Empire had fallen, and the nations of the West surged forward, seeking the power which was once held in the palm of Rome. But, luckily for us Roman fans, the spirit of Rome lived on. In Constantinople, earlier, under Emperor Diocletian, the Roman Empire was divided into two halves, with four emperors, and from the beginning a disconnect was felt. The West claimed superiority as they held the city of Rome, but much of the wealth rested in the East with the breadbasket of Egypt and the trade ports of Greece. Finally, in 330 AD, Constantine moved the formal capital of the whole empire to Byzantium, which he quickly changed the name to Constantinople. From that point on, the power, wealth, and population all shifted to the east. While the fall of the Roman Empire was a tragedy, the Eastern Roman Empire carried on its torch. The Eastern Roman Empire, or now better known as the Byzantine Empire, was not just simply a smaller kingdom trying to wear the face of Rome like Hannibal Lecter. They are the reason we know so much about the culture of those brave Trojans. While Italy and much of the prior Roman land became the sad corpse of medieval Europe, the Byzantines held on to their Greek roots, their newly found Christian heritage, and the deep culture of the Italian peninsula. The Byzantine Empire was the Roman Empire 2.0, the new and improved. So yes, I have been hard at work trying to do things efficiently as possible while not completely getting lost all on my own. As you can tell, things have changed a lot here. The little things that have changed. We added a wonderful beetroot garden here. This is simple. I also started to mix in some trees because you see that in real life, that trees do mix. Now, custom trees would be nice, but we'll get there eventually. We'll have to see. And then the second thing is I'm trying to make this feel a little more lived in. So I'm taking out some little bit paths here, and we can see our beautiful finished barn. It's beautiful. Before we get there though, we're gonna start here and just little additions that we did here, just to make this feel a little more like an actual fishing shack here. Just updated a few things here and made it so I might hang some banners up here or something like that. It'd be really cool if I try to get like a fish design or something. And then just put these on here for no reason besides the aesthetics, really. Um, and then this I am so happy with how this barn turned out. So it's definitely kind of a medieval English style, um, and loved using the white concrete powder. I feel like it's just so fun. We got our sheep pen up here with all of our sheep, a little like almost blacksmithing area. Up here we've got all of our storage area. Now obviously this doesn't have anything right now, but it's kind of a fun way to put things together, and a bunch of wheat and stuff. And then the thing that I did actually before we get there, got a wonderful cow pen out here with our few cows, is I wanted to make more than just a pretty building. So I'm using this almost as a facade for our wool farm down here. So not done yet, as you can see, still missing a few sheep over there, but we've got our white wool here, a lot of, and it's been going for some time. As you can see, some white, black, yellow, green, red, brown, light gray, and then lime. Now the odd thing is something is not working with the red and brown. I don't know why, but it's not getting picked up, or they're not actually eating. So I'm gonna have to come back in and kind of play with this. But you can see the lime green, which I put in later. I mean, that's a crazy amount of wool, and this has 3 and 1. So I need to figure this out, see what's going on, see why they're not getting. But anyways, that's the problem for me for later. And then, as you also likely saw, actually, we'll go out this way, just so we don't let our sheep out. we have our iron farm up here. Now, this is a pretty cool, fun thing to do. I was thinking about putting a top on it, but I changed my mind just because sometimes it's nice to be able to pop up here and make sure it's actually working now. So I just put these different pillars on here, which were super easy to do, just with the spruce trapdoors. So they're actually hollow inside. And man, as I'm saying this, I'm not sure if this is working. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. And this was one of my own design, which I'm happy with. And I'm proud that I did my own design. It's very rough and rudimentary. So I've got a etho hopper clock underneath the floor here, and it just kind of alternates when the zombies go up or down. It scares the villagers. They get it. So I have 4 sets of 3 here. Accidentally got some cats as well out of this, but it's great with the animations mod that we have in here. They are just 10 out of 10. Every once in a while, they'll look, like they're stretched. Anyways, it is just lovely. I love it. But I've been emptying this out and putting this away so that we can do some bigger work with a beacon soon. Hopefully, we'll have to see about that. But I've been emptying this a decent amount. The roses I haven't emptied, but it's pretty efficient. The thing that I'm troubleshooting is to make sure the zombie can basically, can see them even when they're in their beds, because that's something that I've been having an issue with, where they will get into their beds and they'll just fall asleep through the night. So through the night, it's not nearly as efficient. But we'll figure that out. And moving down here, I thought this would be kind of a cool area for a shrine of some sorts. Now, I did this for 2 reasons. One reason, because I thought, the kind of essence of this entire playthrough that we're doing here, that I'm wanting to kind of portray, is this idea of that it's one thing on the surface and it's a whole nother world down below. So, it's all kind of this medieval, late, or I guess, yeah, medieval time period. We'll say that. And then underneath is so much more. So I thought we could have a shrine here and then a secret entrance. And I wanted to finish this before I showed you guys, but it's okay. We're just going to have to see it together right now before it's done. And this area I am so happy with. I'm not sure if it's just the shaders, but I've actually really don't mind the wool texture up top with the crying obsidian kind of dripping onto the floor. Kind of this cool glass effect here with the different layers of glass in the lava beneath. Trying to use the glazed terracotta. And then what I thought is down here we can do some more farms as well. So each kind of hallway will lead us to a different area, which we can kind of decorate. And then this one is just very simple and it feels more natural because this goes right outside back here. So going to put in a piston door here just to make it all hidden and nice and beautiful. But really happy with the progress that has been done thus far. And it just feels really good to be able to get a lot of these very essential farms done and out of the way, such as the iron farm, which is just so important. And I've been trying to upgrade all of my gear. So I got, really good hoe, shovel, all this stuff. An axe, I still have yet to get a good one. I had an okay one. And there's efficiency 3, but I mean, it was terrible. For a high level roll, it was pretty awful. So I'm waiting again till I get more levels, and we'll we'll try our best to get an actual good axe here. But oh wow, I am out of rockets. I'm gonna need to get more of those for sure. With that all being said, it has been so fun to be able to work on this stuff. And for those of you who don't know, I am actually in grad school now. So the reason this has taken so long is because there is a lot on my plate outside of this, sadly. So I'm trying to get these out to you guys as best as I can, but sometimes, life comes up. So I've been doing some work without, recording with my mic or anything like that. But hopefully the time lapses you guys have enjoyed. You get, kind of a peek of what I'm doing in the build process and seeing kind of where we go from there. But now is where the rubber hits the road. So as we've started to develop this last few episodes, down here also added these wonderful little guys here. I might put string to clean this up. But anyways, as we've been developing down here, we have been trying to get a very good blueprint for what this area is going to look like. And we've been loving all of the work that we've been able to do with the villagers. I've, filled them in as much as possible. I've been trying to upgrade them slowly but surely. I have my farmers, which are great. Still need to fill up with a lot more of these wonderful librarians. But we'll get there. We still got some more slots for them. With this area down here, something that I started to work on, which you're going to see in just a second, is, wow, that was not good, is this area right back here where we are going to put the center, or I guess kind of the center, the focal point of this base down here in the cave. So let's jump into it and start building. And with that, we are basically, I mean, I shouldn't say done mining because there's still a little bit more that we need to do. But wow, this feels so good to be able to get all of this out. I was trying to look at the stats on blocks mined and all of this, and I think this ends up being, I mean, I don't have to do the math exactly, but I think it ends up being right around 70,000 blocks that have been mined for this. So this has taken quite some time, but definitely going to pick up all this material because you never know. Might need some building material at some point, but it is good to be done. And something kind of fun. I accidentally found a slime chunk or two. I think actually two, because I saw one spawn there and one over there. So I might be able to make a little bit of a slime farm as well underneath this build that we're going to be doing here. But that will have to be for another time for you guys to find out exactly what that's going to look like. But I mean, because let's be real, I don't even know what it's going to look like yet. But man, this has been quite the in-depth, laborious process, to say the least. And I still might go up a little higher in the center. So that beam is the center of this room, or roughly. So this is an oval shape, roughly. But it has been, yeah, this is going to be the center of it. And I'm thinking what we're going to be doing is this is going to be kind of the grand hall that we have. So I think let's outline how we're going to do this, a very, very rough outline. But actually, before we do, let's actually check to see exactly how much stuff we got. So excluding all of the, let's put everything away that we can. All right. Excluding, obviously, all of this stuff and some other ores and stuff, we have 21,000 granite and 22,000 blackstone mined. And that's just granite and blackstone, including we have cobblestone, cobbled deep slate, stone, and deep slate, and of course a bunch of ores as well. So maybe not 70,000, maybe it's only 50-something thousand, but wow, it has been incredible to do it. So let's outline this and just so we can get a little bit more of a vision of what we're trying to do here. So here we have it all kind of set up. It took me way too long to figure this out because I realized I accidentally had done something wrong with where the blocks were on one of the sides. So I have this weird kind of indent over here, but we figured it out. And I realized I accidentally did make a circle. As in all the sides are equal lengths from the center. And yeah, so I made a weird circle on accident, but it works out really cool because what we're going to be doing is we obviously have kind of this long hallway entrance here, and might do some terraforming once we've kind of built up the thing, but we'll see. So we have a long hallway entrance, and then these are going to be where pillars are, and then we kind of enter into this grand hall area. So going to have pillars all throughout to act as supports, and then really kind of a cool, I don't want to spoil too much because I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to do it, but I'm going to have basically something here in the centerpiece to really kind of tie everything in. And this will also be where we have our storage system. Look, I love the shelves, but there's something just so satisfying about having an actual sorting system all throughout everything, or, you know, done by redstone that can kind of do everything at once, and it doesn't take the items you don't want it to do. And so the shelves are great. Don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking this is also going to be kind of a storage system will be here, but it won't be able to be seen. So we're going to see. My idea right now is to kind of switch it up where I have a shulker and loader and kind of just the dump in general in the center of the room. But then on each corner, or maybe just two of the corners, I have actually all of the blocks around it. So I might have them kind of in systems. The hard part is it would be a very large storage room. So if I need to get wood or something, it might be all the way over here versus another item. But, you know, I'm not going for efficiency in this series. I'm going for the vibes, the feels, and hopefully the looks. We'll see if we can get the looks in. But okay, no one saw that. There we go. But yeah, so that's the idea here. I mean, this is a massive project to say the least. I mean, this is a multi-week project, most certainly. So realistically, will this get done for next episode? No, but I think we'll get a lot of progress for this next episode that we'll be doing. So sorry that this episode has been probably rather short for you guys. For me, this has been the longest episode by far to make, just because mining all these blocks out was a pain. Even with the beacon, when you come to Deep Slate, it is such a pain to get through. And going back and forth, trying to get my pickaxe fixed, and then building all of the other stuff that you saw, it just has taken quite some time. So I've loved doing this work. It's been really great. I can just pop on a podcast and work through this, but it's been a lot of work. So hopefully next episode we'll actually be able to see more work, and I'll try to keep you guys kind of in the loop for what's going on, because it's a little hard for me to figure out exactly what you guys want to hear, and if you want to hear my thought process, or if you kind of just want to see the actual builds themselves. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this far, and with that, you can say goodbye to this wonderful cat, and I will see you all next time.